Hello and welcome to the All Things Geek podcast. I'm your host Leighton, and today I'm going to be talking about the new Doctor Who story that has just dropped, Legend of the Sea Devils. There's no news stories in this episode or anything like that. So, Legend of the Sea Devils, what did I think? I thought it was solid. I didn't think it was amazing. I didn't think it was terrible. I thought it was between okay to good. For me personally, I did really enjoy it. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, so the shortest special we've had run at 45 minutes, I think, or 47, something like that. And it flies by. Now, in some cases, that could be seen as a good thing, but when it's a standalone episode, it's not the best of things. In all honesty, for someone who did enjoy the episode, there was a lot of stuff that didn't get cleared up or was left open or was just like brushed past, like MacGuffin, side plots, whatever. And yeah, it kind of suffered a little bit with that runtime. It easily could have been like an hour long for some. I don't understand why it wasn't. But yeah, it is what it is. So it was very exciting leading up to this episode because the Sea Devils haven't been in the show since 1970 something. That was their original appearance. They did appear again in the 80s with Warriors of the Deep. But I'm sure majority of fans would rather forget that episode ever happened. It's not the best. But here we are with the Legend of the Sea Devils. The Sea Devils being one of the big villains from classic Doctor Who that majority of fans have wanted to see in new Doctor Who, so here we have it. And yeah, they look pretty good. They were pretty, I want to say good, but there was CGI assets used on the faces that really didn't do it for them. It was very distracting, and it was just very noticeable, which shouldn't really be a thing, but that was the case, clearly. I don't know why they did that, like CGI'd the throat moving when they would talk and the side of the mouths. Like, the eyes, fair enough, I guess, but the extra CGI just really was off-putting and stuff. And there was some other wonky CGI moments in the episode. For example, the Sea Devil jumping from the ground to the ship. Alright. And maybe some, it wasn't really CGI, but just like the lighting when the ship was just in the daylight, like you could tell it was kind of on set. There wasn't like an overcast or certain lighting and whatnot. And the direction for the most part was okay. It wasn't the best. There was some really cheap like choices to hide certain things. The violence, for example, it was like a POV shot of certain things, and then it would just be like the Sea Devil like swinging its sword at the camera, and then that person would be dead. Not the best. I would much rather see it. I know it's a kid or it's a family show, and they have shown death before. Like obviously when the Daleks kill someone, you see the death ray and you see the skeleton and stuff. And whatnot, but yeah, it was a bit odd. Yeah, for the most part, I enjoyed it. There was some things where I was like, this is what I don't like about this era and what I don't like about this Doctor. But there was stuff in there that I did enjoy. And I am one of those people who, when I watch something, and I do know this myself, I am very guilty of it, where I watch something and then I'm like, that was great, that was like, you know, whatever, and then like months pass and I go, yeah, do you know what, that wasn't, it was like, it's kind of like that initial reaction to things. But yeah, I did enjoy it. I don't know if I enjoyed it more than Eve of the Daleks, which was the last special we got, which was for New Year's. But yeah, I'm not sure where I'd rank them. But for this last season and these specials for Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, I've been enjoying them in all honesty, and this is come from someone who doesn't enjoy her Doctor that much. She's just not my personal taste. Same for the era, but I've enjoyed the last season, and I have enjoyed these last two specials. But I need to talk about the Next Time trailer, because this is so incredibly exciting. It may come off as a bit fan-wanky, but I can't believe they've done it. So, if you don't know, Jodie Whittaker has one more episode left, and it's the centenary episode, I think it is. But next year we have the 60th anniversary of the show. So, in this next episode, Jodie Whittaker is set to leave, and she's due to regenerate into someone else who we don't know who it's going to be at this point. It hasn't been revealed as of yet. So in the Next Time trailer, we see Daleks. For the first time in 5 years, return with the plungers, thank God. Because they had this weird claw thing for the last few appearances, and the proportions were really off. Really excited. I always love seeing Daleks because I'm obsessed with them. They are my favourite thing about the show. Then we see Ashad, which is the lone Cyberman, which was an amazing villain, that kind of got snubbed for the Master in Series 12. Really, really glad he's come back. I'm very confused as to how he's come back as well, but I'm very happy he's back. The Master, that's expected. The Master's been Jodie's biggest foe throughout her era, so it makes sense that he's the one that's going to be in the final. And then we get two massive reveals, which is two classic Doctor Who companions, which is Tegan, which was one of the Fifth Doctor's companions, who I didn't recognise at first, I will admit, and I'm not alone in that park, but Tegan returns for the first time since 1980-something. Her last story was Resurrection of the Daleks, where the companion left due to her seeing so much death in that story, where it was too much for her. She just left. I'm really happy that she's coming back. She's not a companion I really care that much about, but I'm happy for those who do love that character. But the next reveal genuinely has made me so incredibly happy that I can't believe they've done it. And they have got Ace back, who was the Seventh Doctor's companion before the show got cancelled. And she is one of my favourites. I love Ace as a character, and she has been one of those companions alongside Sarah Jane and Jo Grant, who should return, and here she is. I can't believe that they got her back to do this. I can't believe it. She was my first classic companion, apart from Sarah Jane, but in terms of watching classic stories, she was my first. And I absolutely love the Seventh Doctor with Ace, their chemistry, that companionship. It was great. I love them too. It's just mad that she's back. I can't believe it. I really cannot believe it. And there's even shots of her using a baseball bat to hit a Dalek and stuff, and that's exactly what she did in Remembrance of the Daleks, which I know, again, which is fan wanky, but listen, I'm so happy that they did it. I'm lost for words that they got her in the show and stuff. And then we get Vinda returning, which was a character from Flux. Yaz and Dan, we see the Doctor in the orange spacesuit, which is kind of been a trend for New Who. The Doctor's kind of had this same spacesuit that every incarnation since David Tennant has put on. Christopher Eccleston didn't have it, but the first time the Doctor wore that spacesuit was in the Impossible Planet, where he got it from some people who were in a a base that was like near a black hole and whatnot. So it's a nice costume. I really like that spacesuit and stuff. So it's glad to see it back. And then we see Jodie start to regenerate, which is it's exciting, but it's sad. I think it's always sad when an actor leaves the role. Like, if you love this incarnation, you're probably very gutted that this is happening, but it's just a natural part of the show moving forward. This is what happens, and yeah, I'm excited to see what the future's going to hold for the show, in all honesty, for what Russell T Davies is going to do moving forward, and who the 14th Doctor's going to be, because we don't know yet. But yeah, so I don't know when that episode is going to come out, but very, very excited for it. I can't wait. Like I say, Legend of the Sea Devils, I did enjoy. I thought it was pretty fun. If I was to rate it, I would probably give it about a 7 at best, a 6.8 to a 7. Let's say that. So yeah, that's all I've got for this episode. It's very short, I know it is, but yeah, this is all I've got to upload. Like I said, there's no news stories or anything like that, but here we have it. So thanks for listening, and yeah, bye.